So, did you hear the news? Check this out. They ain't told you nothing, but I'm here telling you. They just posted this today. So, did you hear the news? Check.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call hello, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. It's the brother of Baal Gabar from the Camp Prophets in Babylon, Tampa, Florida. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who do indeed teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect that are scattered abroad doing this work in truth and in sincerity. All right, something major is about to go down. All right, we know we're in the end times pursuing the biblical prophecy. All right, we're closing in on Jacob's trouble, the time like never before seen on this earth. It's going to be a lot of mass death, destruction, famine, chaos, anarchy all over this earth, man. All right, and the Lord has sent his prophets out in these last days to give a warning, to blow the horn on what's about to take place, man. All right, so what you see, I'm going to read this message. All right, it says EBS, emergency broadcast system activation imminent. The EBS will involve 3 to 12 days of worldwide communication darkness. Phones, internet, credit, debit cards, and ATMs will not work, while 3 8-hour documentaries a day will be broadcasted on the radio 24/7 across the globe. Let me see.
This out.
Broadcasted on TV and radio 24/7 across the globe. For your own safety, please follow military instructions, including staying indoors if so instructed. All right, and the scriptures talk about all of this. During the time of Jacob's trouble, the scriptures talk about a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, it says it's only wise to have at least a month's supply of food, water, cash, and essential items on hand. All right, and recently they gave, the government officials, satellite phones, man. We've been hearing about a lot about the grid going out, how the grid cannot withstand certain things. And ultimately, we know that's to usher in their new grid, a new system. Okay. So I got a few scriptures. Let's go ahead and get right into it. 2nd Ezra 6:22, it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So these storehouses that are full with goods and food and water and, the things that we need. Hey, these full storehouses are soon going to be found empty, man. And you see that during any natural disaster, even just a regular hurricane or something. The day before the hurricane, the stores are all wiped out. So how much more when there's a complete and total blackout in America, man? They just turn the lights off. People are going to lose their minds, man. All right, especially if that blackout goes on and on for days and even weeks. And we know that there will be a time of trouble coming upon this earth. There will be famines. The full storehouses will be found empty soon. You're not going to just be able to go to Walgreens or your Walmart and go grocery shopping with no problem. All right, it's going to be a time of tribulation, a time of trouble. It says, whosoever, Salakia, it says 24 or 23, and it says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, when which every man heareth, they shall suddenly be afraid. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still. And in 3 hours they shall not run. Right? Because when they shut the lights out, guess what? The water goes too. All right? You ain't going to have running water. The light's going to be all out. And it's going to be complete lawlessness and chaos out here, man. That's why it's called a time of Jacob's trouble, a time of trouble. And this has to happen before the Messiah returns, man. This time of Jacob's trouble is going to happen before Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai returns. All right, the crash of this society, the crash of the dollar, complete lawlessness. All right, and it even said, phones, internet, credit, debit cards, and ATMs will not work. while 3 8-hour documentaries a day would be broadcasted on TV and radio 24/7 across the globe. So they're going to be recording. You know, they're going to be watching. You know, like the brother Ibar, you know, was going into it. You know, you're going to have these damn elites in the bunkers watching this, you know, broadcast with all the cameras they have out here set up. You know, they're going to be down in the bunkers watching these Americans eat each other, man. All right, going to be like an actual purge. And this is what's coming to this land, man, during this time of trouble and tribulation. All right. It says, whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world, the end of this world as we know it, the end of Esau's world, the end of Esau ruling, the end of this wicked society. You know, we're about to see the crash, the biggest crash in history, man. All right, the fall of Rome all over again. All right, this beast system is falling, it's being destroyed. And hey, they about to pull the plug, man. They about to pull the plug on America, and people are gonna lose their fucking minds, man. All right, and this is what we prepare our mind for. This is what we prepare for, because when it's anarchy, man, Isaiah 33:6 is gonna kick in. For wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. You know, the understanding, the wisdom of what's going on is gonna keep us stable, man. You know, the words of Yahweh Shai are gonna keep us comforted. All right. This is 2nd Ezra's you see 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. And woe means great death and destruction. All right, because Esau is about to come down with that great wrath pursuant to Revelation 12:12. All right, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. So you're gonna have people fighting against each other. You know, people are gonna be trying to kill each other with a modern day sword, which is the guns. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. People are going to be invading each other, breaking into people's houses because of the lack of food. People aren't going to have no more food, man. So what is going to be the next thing they're going to do? They're going to resort to robbing and stealing. All right. The love of many is about to wax cold. We have not seen anything yet. All right. You're going to have martial law declared, military soldiers in the streets, gunning Jake down, man. All right, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth near, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And that's why it says in the message, for your own safety, please follow military instructions, including staying indoors if so instructed. Okay, so, you know, you're going to have military lockdowns, military checkpoints. You might be only able to leave for a certain amount of time. You know, they're going to have curfews, you know, and they showed you that during the C-19, during the scamdemic. They had people locked in their houses. You could only get so much food and so much water. Anywhere you go, you had to wear a mask, and you know, they had these certain restrictions, but that was nothing compared to the restrictions they're about to implement upon this world, especially here in Mystery Babylon the Great. All right. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So if men are going to be afraid, how much more the women? And it said because of their pride. We live in a society that's fueled off of pride. They have something called Pride Month. We're in that month right now to promote these happy people, man. All right. And the Lord said, what? The houses shall be destroyed. These people are going to be destroyed. The house is going to be ravaged through. Women going to be ravished. All right. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. right? Man ain't gonna have no pity upon his neighbor. You're not gonna be able to make phone calls, and you know, for you women out there think you can just call 911. 911 is gonna go to the dial tone. All right, please leave your message. All right, ain't gonna be no 911 calls, man. It's gonna be complete lawlessness in this society soon. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, a time of trouble. For the lack of bread, no more food, no more water, in a time of great tribulation, man. All right? That's what's coming upon this earth. A time of tribulation, a time of trouble, a time of Jacob's trouble. All right? Hey, a time of judgment for the 2/3 of our people, man. You have a majority of our people that have laughed and scoffed and mocked the messengers of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, misused the prophets, and ultimately they will be destroyed here, man. They have something called Jacob's trouble. All right, where these Edomites, these so-called white man, woman, and child, they're going to be gunning Jake down, man. All right, they're going to have the FEMA camps. They shall cast some of you into prison. Jake going to be getting beheaded, tortured. Scriptures say you're going to dwell in torments. Let's go there real quick. This is 2 Ezra 9:9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. So the Jake that have, you know, abused the ways of the Lord, you know, you turn your back on the Lord, you didn't want to repent and seek Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, didn't want to seek the word of the Most High, you're going to dwell in torments, man. They got FEMA camps all over America ready to line your ass up, put a damn tag in you, and torture your ass, man. All right, total control, man. And you're going to have cancerous sores from taking that charagma in your hand or your forehead. Your body's going to have an adverse effect. It's going to, you know, cause all different type of issues with your body. You know, and for the Jake that don't want to get in line with the system, they're going to line you up and lead you to a guillotine, man. Like sheep to the slaughter. We coming into a time, it's not a coincidence that they giving the senates and the government officials satellite phones just in case a major disruptive event happens concerning the power grid going out. It's not a coincidence. Things happen by design, man. And ultimately, it's in the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. The scriptures say all of this. All right? There's a time of Jacob's trouble, and that's the time we entered into, man. Jeremiah 30:7. A time like never before on this earth. All right? So iniquity is going to increase. Sin is going to increase. Death, destruction, famine, plagues. All of this stuff is going to increase, man. All right, so Lord willing, it was edifying to the hopeful elect. Just making this quick, you know, just a quick announcement. Lord willing, brothers and sisters was edified. Continue to fight. We're at the end of this thing, man. Something major is about to go down. All right, so with that, call Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Until next time, shalom.